You done bought your M&P shield? You've shot it. You know how to clean it. Welcome to CACTICALMAIN. That's right, gentlemen. Today we are going to take a look on how to clean the M&P shield. We are clear. As for YouTube, it ain't for you. It's for me and YouTube. We are safe. Today we are going to talk about, because a lot of these have been flying off the shelves lately. You've bought it. You've found that elusive. You found the elusive 9mm cartridge. You went out there, you said pow pow pew pew. Bang, bang, pew, pew. You done got it dirty. You've been carrying it with you because you got a concealed weapons permit. Now it's full of lint and carbon. We're going to get this joker clean. We're going to go down to the tabletop and take a closer look at cleaning. You cannot properly clean a firearm without your pow pow pew pew mug loaded with black coffee. Alright, gentlemen, back at the actual subject at hand. The M&P 9, the M&P 9 shield. Once again, we are unloaded. This here is a relatively low round count M&P 9 shield. This is the 1.0. Really isn't called 1.0. It's just the first generation. The 2.0 is out, and it's going to be exactly the same. Check this out. This one has the safety. Why? It's not ambidextrous. You can see over here. It's over here. Safety's over here. Why, oh why do you want a safety on there, CACTICALMAIN? I thought you weren't a safety man. Well, my hand fits it just fine. It was probably $20 cheaper when I bought it, and purchased this for the missus. Right? Enough said. We are here to clean this. How do you clean this? Before I get into that, the last time I get asked this question a lot. I get asked the question a lot on how often should I clean my pistol. Well, to be totally honest with you guys, the last time I shot this, I just looked it up in my video. September 19th, 2018. $26 months ago and it wasn't even clean then. So it's been 26 months at least since it's seen oil or anything, and this firearm will still shoot all day long. But she is dirty, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and break her down, right? I'm not gonna talk about it because YouTube don't like that. What I am going to show you is she is dirty. It's already on my thumb. If you can see, if it will focus on how dirty this truly is. Let's see. You see all the carbon in there? Yeah, I'm trying to get indirect light so you can see in there. It is gnarly. Dirty. Probably not going to see a whole lot because lighting in here is strange for some reason. You know what? Let me go ahead and up the ISO, see if that'll show through some stuff. Yeah, you can kind of see the gunk in there now. Clean pinky. Not so clean pinky. So gentlemen, that's 2 years, and I would still trust this firearm this dirty to save my life in a self-defense situation. So, what you do want to be careful with and mindful of is if you constantly carry it every single day is keep breaking it down and check for lint and all whatnots growing inside of there. Because believe it or not, enough lint down in here and all these spring digs will render your firearm. Can, not will, can render your firearm useless. There she goes. Then you want a towel. You'd be surprised how many people think this is actually carpet, and they say I'm a disgusting hick redneck because I clean my guns on the carpet. It's a towel. It's a freaking towel. Get you some solvent on there. And this is basically the same thing I do with all firearms. It is not manufacturer specific. Get you a few runs down that barrel with the brush. You want to get that barrel starting to soak up some, you want that carbon in the barrel to start soaking up some of that solvent. So it's in there. You want to see how dirty that was? It wasn't actually all that dirty. It's dirty. And you also want to have yourself a rag to wipe things down, because this is what we're doing next. While that is sitting there, inside there, loosening up all that carbon, we're going to wipe down the outside. Let's move that out of the way so we don't spill it. Just wipe down the outside, the exterior of the barrel. You still want that solvent inside getting stuff, but I find, and I continue to say this in all my videos, that if you give everything a good wipe down beforehand, and only the stubborn carbon stays, like that right there in the feed ramp, you're going to see the stubborn carbon right down there on the bottom lip of it. It's a whole lot easier cleanup. It truly is. Get your slide, rag it down. Let's get a good portion, good clean portion of the rag. See nothing on my finger? Slide it down in there. It's dirty. If you go ahead and instantly put solvent on there, you're going to make yourself a goopy mess. And to me, I find it just easier to give everything a wipe down first, and then come. Wow, see all that? Let's go ahead and get this one here clean. Let's get it in there. Dirty. Just get all the excess carbon off first before you start greasing it down, solventing it down. Get it, run it through the rails. Recoil spring, same thing, wipe it down. You don't even actually really ever have to do much with that. Get your frame, wipe down the slide rails. This is a good time to inspect your slide rails to see if the wear is even on them. If it's not even, it could be a sign of issues. And I just wipe everything down inside. I actually never put solvent in any of this area, or oil on any pistola, and they work just fine. You might have different results. Works just fine for me. But yeah, you definitely always want to take a look at your rails. Pretty much even wear there, and pretty much, it's not really showing up on camera all that great, but pretty much even wear across those rails. We're going to go back through and break up that stubborn carbon on the barrel. Hopefully your toothbrush off your bathroom sink don't look like that. If it do, you nasty. Get just a little bit of solvent on there, just a little bit, and start brushing away on the exterior of your barrel. Remember we wiped all the carbon off earlier? If we didn't, this would be a gosh dang mess. This just gets the stubborn stuff off. Is it going to cause your firearm to fail if it has stubborn carbon? Absolutely not. But we have the feed ramp. We might not get that feed ramp clean unless we resort to actual metal bristle brush. But it doesn't need to be polished. But it is. You know what? We can take this, our bore brush, and hit her up and see what she does. Oh, she came right off. Clean right up. Of course, that's not going to focus. She's got a bunch of dirty carbon on there, but when we wipe it, focus. That line of carbon going across the bottom is now gone. So give everything a brush down and then give it a wipe. Just like that. If you have sensitive skin and you're using hops, maybe try to wear some gloves or something, because it is a solvent. I wouldn't call it an aggressive solvent, but it is definitely a solvent, a chemical solvent. So there we go. She is clean. The interior is not. We still have work to do on the interior, but the exterior is clean. You can go ahead and do the same thing in your slide. If your slide is nasty, just a tiny bit. You don't want to go dropping all kinds of oil down in your plunger right here or in your striker tail, whatever it's called. You can gunk your striker up. But go ahead and give her a good brush down. You always want to get the face and up underneath that extractor claw. Get the bristles up under there, and be careful if you're doing it so that you're not sprinkling solvent all in your eyes. But if you can see, I don't know if the camera's going to show it very well. You have your extractor claw right there. Let's see if we can't focus in. Focus on. See the extractor claw? Meh. Right there. You want to get up under it. There it is. There's a good picture of it. You want to get up underneath that extractor claw. Now that you've done that with the solvent, go ahead and wipe everything down like you did before. And it's just a whole lot cleaner cleaning. You don't have gobs of carbon everywhere. Wet, muddy carbon. It's just something I like to do, gents. Slide is now done. Now we shall return to the inside of the barrel. Now, you can sit there and do this whole patch game over and over and over again. It's going to stay dirty. It's going to be non-stop dirty. Or you can rock and roll one of these bad mamma jammas right here. I know it's a little overkill because we got us, what do we got us? A little tiny snub-nosed barrel here. Something's going on. But you can get yourself a 9mm bore snake and do things the quick way. Now, if you're going to use a bore snake, I still highly suggest you bore brush with solvents to break the stuff loose. This is just like a beautiful patch. Just slide it through and pull. That's like 10,000 patches going through. And if I had a way to pick it up, you would see that she is beautiful shiny in there. Let's take a gander. Oh yeah. Perfectamundo. Alright, so we've got all the carbon, you've got everything clean. What is the next step? Well, drink you some damn coffee. That's the next step. Alright. Get yourself a clean patch. Clean off that. You get yourself a clean patch. Ooh, there's a fuzzy on that patch. And then you get your lube. Whether it's CLP, Rem Oil, Slip 2000. I always use Slip 2000, guys. Actually, not always, but I use it the most. It's It's expensive, but for what it is, it lasts and it stays. Got a little bit on the patch. Don't know if you can tell how much is really on there. A couple of drops. Run it through, oil up your chamber. See, there's still a little bit of carbon in there. Oil up your chamber and your barrel so you have a nice coat of oil in there. Next, take that same exact patch with the oil, go around the exterior of your barrel. Never hurts to have it oiled up. Now, if you over oil and get this thing goopy and you carry it every single day inside the waistband, make sure you continue to check it daily for lint buildup. Lint buildup, once again, will get down in your guts. I go ahead and just oil the inside of this a little bit, just so any of the contact points, really, it's basically all I need right there. Now, what do I do on here? Do I put oil on these jokers? No, because oil doesn't stay too long on your frame rails. What I use is grease, and unfortunately I didn't have it out. Oh. Slip 2000 Extreme Weapons Grease, EWG. I use this a lot. Now, I don't use a lot of it. Like every other, if you've seen any one of my cleaning videos, you know exactly what goes on, what takes place here. Get a little bit of grease. Dab it on the rails. Just a tiny bit, especially back here in the back. A tiny bit goes a long ways. Get it up underneath the rail, just a dab up under the rails on both sides, just a dab-a-do ya. And I actually just got a little too much, and it actually went on the frame right there. So let me get a rag and get that off of there. That's off there. Get your finger, rub that in. Grease is an amazing thing on metal. It will stay, it will coat it, and it will protect it. Oh yeah. Just a tiny little bit of grease, guys. Did you see that? That's it. Now, if you are planning on doing some heavy shooting, which with an M&P 9 shield, I doubt you're going to do heavy shooting, but you can grease the outside of the barrel too. But here we go. We got our lubed down barrel, oiled up, oiled inside and out. Cleaned and oiled, lightly oiled frame. Spring, didn't need to do anything to spring. Sometimes you might, most of the times you will not need to do a daggone thing to the frame, or to the spring. Line up your rails, put it back on. Get the grease out of the way so we don't knock things over, and work that slide. Check the function. Lock it to the rear. One way to check to see if you put too much grease, look up under here. Do you see grease on there anywhere? And this is slides lock back, and this is pointing down. I don't know if you're going to see it. My nuts are not behind the barrel. Right here, we have a little bit of excess grease, and right here. Wipe it off with your fingers. And you have cleaned and lubed your M&P 9 shield. Now, I keep talking. If you carry this all the time, keep checking it for lint. You can see the chamber right here is oily. It will pick up lint. You have all these crevices down in here, everywhere throughout, especially on this side, where lint can get in there. You'd be surprised. Keep an eye on your firearm. Again, this thing went 26 months without being cleaned after it was fired, and it will still fire perfectly fine without cleaning it. Modern firearms are not as finicky as you think. Thank you for stopping by Tactical Main. If you liked the video, make sure you like, share, subscribe. You want to support the channel, click on one of the affiliate links in the description down below. Most of these products will be linked in the description down below, these cleaning products that help you out. It's stuff I use and stuff that works. It's proven itself to me. But then again, I'm just one man. One man opinion is, I don't know. I don't even know the saying. Coffee time. If you want a coffee cup, get a coffee cup. And we will see you in the next video.